Hi, hello. I'm very excited to be saying the following words. Welcome to Limitless, a podcast I created to share my journey as someone with BPD and Ehlers-Danlos, pursuing a PhD in psychology, becoming an ultramarathon runner, and writing my novels. Now, this is kind of fucking wild. I can't believe that I'm saying that because I've been wanting to do this podcast for a while, but I finally have the resources, tools, and time to create this. And this is basically like my little digital diary. I obviously have the goals that I'm chasing, but this is also just to put anything I'm feeling, anything I'm thinking, any lessons I want to share with you guys, any advice you need, any advice I need. Um, my little corner of the internet that I'm allowed to do whatever I want with. But I want to share what being human feels like for me as someone who feels incredibly deeply. And I think this is going to be fun. I think this is going to be a good continuation of the self expression I had on my YouTube channel originally. I think this is going to be very good for me to just share my thoughts and feelings while also sharing my journey. So let's just get into the podcast before I go on the world's longest ramble. For this first episode, I thought it would be incredibly fun to talk about why the fuck I'm doing this. Why the fuck am I doing this? Let's talk about that, shall we? Because you're probably looking at me and you're like, Bailey, you have two of the most painful conditions in the world. Why the hell are you pursuing things that people without these conditions can't even do? What the fuck is wrong with you? Is this self-destruction? Are you purposefully putting yourself through more pain because you like the way it burns? Cue Eminem, and Rihanna. No, that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I'm trying to focus on the things that I can control. My whole life has been, my whole life has felt out of control. And this is going to be more like a confession than an explanation. This isn't going to be polished. This isn't going to sound like a TED Talk. This is just going to sound like the most incredibly raw, honest confession of why the hell I am doing this. My whole life has been out of control. My whole life has been sacrificed to people and to medical conditions that I was not able to have any control over. And of course, there's this whole idea in psychology and philosophy and life that you're supposed to relinquish control. You're supposed to let go of control. That you're supposed to just kind of let life do whatever the fuck it wants around you and you have to just deal with it. And that's what I've done for about 23 years of my life now. And now I'm 24. And I am tired. I'm tired of feeling weak. I'm tired of feeling out of control. I'm tired of feeling the chaos of not knowing where my future is going. Because for the past 2 years, I've been doing some soul searching after I lost my career as a ballerina, after retirement, basically. I retired when I was 22. That's a huge thing. Most people retire when they're, 60s, 70s. And I retired when I was 22 from my first career as a ballerina. So obviously it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out, like, what the fuck do I want to do with my life next? But during this time, I also got diagnosed with BPD and Ehlers-Danlos, which is such a curveball because it's been such a limiting factor to my mindset, because every time I want to go for something or have a dream, like get a PhD, become an ultramarathon runner, because these were the two things that I wanted to do all along. But after receiving diagnoses, I was like, oh, well, I can't do that now because there's a few letters that I have to put on every single form that I fill out at every single doctor's office from now till the day I die. These couple of letters that now follow my name, not because I'm a doctor or a lawyer, but because I am sick. Hi, Editing Bailey here. I actually went into a complete spiral about this at the dentist office because I went in there to get my teeth cleaned, and it was like, oh, what conditions have you been diagnosed with? And I'm like, well, fuck. I have to write both of these things on this form. And it was just like, holy shit. It's not that it's a part of my identity, but it's something I have to tell people about because it deeply affects every part of my fucking life. And it's like, why was I born this way? Why was I born this way? And thinking that all the time, like having that follow you around, like, why was I fucking born this way? Why couldn't I have been born different? Why couldn't I have been born better? It limits your mindset so fucking much sometimes. And so I'm doing this project to get out of that mindset, because if I stay in this mindset the rest of my life, I will ruin my life. These things that I was born with that I wish I wasn't has created so much pain in me, has created so much instability in me, to know that I am stuck with this till the day I die. Like, this is what I've been wanting to do for a while, but I keep telling myself I can't because of these diagnoses. And finally, I just looked at myself in the mirror the other day and I said, you know what? The world's handed you chaos and pain and fragility, but that's not the end of your fucking story. You know, you can decide almost stubbornly, almost wildly, to turn that pain, that chaos into purpose. So what, you got a few letters that follow your name? So what, some people gave you lifelong diagnoses, chronic illnesses? Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? And this isn't to prove something. This is just to become something, something that I want very deeply. And there's something in me that refuses to die quietly. I feel this hope in my bones that I can't explain. It's like my mind has completely given up. My mind has completely said, I'm done. I'm dusted. I don't want to do this. I just want to lie down and be done with this. Give up. Like, just idly coast through life, work a minimum wage job from now till the day I die. Delete this YouTube channel and just be no one. And it's like there's something so deep in me that knows that I am capable of more, even though I cannot logically see how I will do this. And I'm doing this because somewhere in me, I believe that even in my brokenness, I am capable of something extraordinary. I'm doing this because my life is art. I have to move, I have to speak, I have to run, I have to learn, I have to burn, and I have to try. I don't know why I was born with this kind of will. I think it's because I'm a master of endurance. I've endured so much in my life to this point of emotional pain, of physical pain, of unfortunate circumstances that were out of my control. And I mean, I tried lying down and waving the white flag and surrendering, but a part of me felt like I was pretending. Like, when I am defeated, I still feel like I can do more. Does that make sense? Like, whenever I'm down and I'm in pain and I feel like I can't get up, there's still something in me that's like, you're only 50% of the way done, motherfucker. Get the fuck back up. And I know what it costs to show up. I know that this journey that I'm taking myself down will cause emotional and physical pain, but I also know that there's going to be an equal amount of emotional and physical pain if I don't show up. But I also know that it will cost me more to not show up, to not try. And I'm doing this not to just live, but to actually live. To experience the full range of what it is to be human, from the bone deep suffering to the soul deep hope. And to give that hope, to give that experience a voice, because I think that when your soul burns for something, no matter how impossible, it is your duty to give that part of you space to evolve and grow. If there is a calling that is deep within you, no matter how little sense it makes, it is your job to answer the damn call. And like I've said before, I know that this isn't self-destructive, because self-destruction has to happen immediately in the moment, at least for me, where if I want to be self-destructive, I have to do it in the moment. This isn't that. This is alignment. This is passion. This is power. This is what I've been searching for 2 years. I've been searching for 2 years to find a future that I could work towards with the utmost confidence and happiness that I'm going down this path. Going down a path that I am happy and comfortable bragging about and telling people about and being like, yeah, I'm so proud that one day I'm going to get a PhD in psychology. I'm so proud that one day I'm going to run 100 miles. And I also don't have to tell anyone, because it's not about them, it's about me. And I'm not doing this to prove anything to anyone. I'm doing it to prove something for myself. I'm doing this because I want to break free from the cage that my mind has put me in, because I believe that I am small and I believe that I am weak because of these diagnoses. Motherfucker, if a person walked a day in your fucking shoes, they would fall the fuck apart. Do you know the strength it even takes to take one step forward as you? And how easily you discount the weight that your life carries. People love to judge from the sidelines, but if they were put in the game, they would strike out on their first try. Like for me, I know that if people could feel the pain that courses through my body and my joints every time that something dislocates because of Ehlers-Danlos, they couldn't take it. They could not take it. If someone had to live a day in my head with BPD, they could not take it. And I say that with the utmost confidence. I'm living in active pain. And I think that because I carry that pain, it makes me weak. That pain does not make me weak. It is a sign that I am strong enough to carry it. The same way that we think that what we've gone through, the trauma and the pain, or the things that we think make us weak, or the things that we think are holding us back from achieving things, or the things that we think are flaws, the things that we think make us lesser than someone else, the things we compare ourselves, the things we use about ourselves to compare ourselves to others, they don't make us weak. They make us strong because we're able to do the exact same thing as every other person in the room, despite the pain that we carry. And that's the limiting belief I want to talk about today, is that we think that our flaws make us inherently weak. We think that this pain we carry makes us inherently weak. We think that when we are diagnosed with something, whether it be a mental health condition or a physical condition, it makes us weak. And not just with people diagnosed with something, but people living through difficult situations, people dealing with oppression and discrimination, and people dealing with lack of resources, and people dealing with lack of physical safety, and people dealing with people who are abusing them, who are causing them trauma, who are hurting them. Any and all people who are feeling active pain every day because of something that is out of their control, this is for you. The fact that you are able to take a step out of bed while carrying the weight of that is powerful enough to move mountains. Like when I get out of bed in the morning, I remind myself that not only am I just standing up, I'm standing up under the weight of everything that should bring me down. I'm standing up even though I should be staying in bed. I'm standing up under the weight of my pain and doing it anyways. And that makes me so strong. And this whole journey is me peeling back my own layers to see what's underneath the pain that I've felt my whole life. The pushing, the proving, to seeing if there's still a self. But I haven't tried calling myself strong. And I want to show the immeasurable strength that this is going to take, because I want to give you the courage to do whatever it is that you want to fucking do. Because if I can do it, God fucking knows you can too.